everyone. In this video, we will be talking about what action research is. By the end of this video, I hope we will have a better understanding of why it is the preferred research design for classroom teachers who are tasked to solve teaching and learning problems as they come along. Aside from watching this video, I encourage you to do some research of your own. Note down 3 different definitions of action research that you might find from credible sources. Let us begin. But before we start going into clarifying what action research is, let us start by talking about the 2 types of research. The first type of research is basic research. The National Science Foundation of America defines basic research as a research approach whose goal is to improve or expand the knowledge base of a particular field of study. Basic research is entirely theoretical, and it focuses on knowledge for its own sake. It is primarily driven by curiosity and the need to explore the unknown. Basic research is also known as fundamental or pure research. It is a systematic investigation set to achieve a better and more detailed understanding of a research subject or phenomenon and not to solve a specific problem. Now, if basic research is the first type of research, do you know what the other type of research is? The second type of research is applied research. Applied research is designed to focus on providing practical solutions to a specific problem. It is a form of investigation that entails solution-oriented inquiries to a phenomenon, a field of study, or research subject, generally employing empirical methodologies. In many cases, applied research is a follow-up research design for basic research because it further investigates the outcomes of pure or basic research in order to validate these findings and apply them to create innovative solutions to specific problems. In the field of education, applied research is used to improve teaching and learning methods by providing practical solutions to pedagogic problems. On the other hand, basic research is used in education to develop new pedagogic theories that explain different behaviors by teachers and students within the learning environment. So far, we've been talking about basic research and applied research. Now, what about action research? Action research is a type of applied research. DepEd Order Number 16, Series of 2017, defines action research as a process of systematic, reflective inquiry to improve educational practices or resolve problems in any operating unit such as a school, classroom, or office. As the name implies, action research is all about taking action. It is designed and conducted by practitioners so that they can analyze data from the workplace to improve their own practice. Action research is focused on immediate application, not on the development of a theory, and not upon general application. It has placed its emphasis on a problem here and now in a local setting. Many action research projects are carried out in a classroom by a single teacher, and as it becomes more extensive, it becomes more similar also to other types of educational research. The emphasis of action research is not on obtaining generalizable scientific knowledge about educational problems. Again, we are not here to make generalizable scientific knowledge. Rather, we are here to obtain knowledge concerning a specific local problem. Therefore, the function of action research is to combine the research function with teacher growth in such qualities as objective thinking, skill in research processes, ability to work harmoniously with others, and develop professional spirit. Quite often, many teachers will not have the time, resources, or even the technical background to engage in formal research activity. But more teachers can be involved in action research activity, and model studies may be undertaken for the purpose of trying to improve local classroom practices. Now, here are some of the features of action research as a research design. Let's go through them one by one. Action research is situational. How we proceed depends on the set of circumstances of our context. Action research is a reflective inquiry. I always say that the teacher researcher is the star of an action research. As a research design, action research will always force us to think about the things that we do as we go along. Action research is a scientific way of solving problems. It is systematic and it is rigorous. The decisions and conclusions we make in an action research is always based on empirical evidence. Action research is a small-scale intervention. This is why it is such a great research design for classroom teachers like us. Action research asks us to focus only on learners in our classroom that need a learning intervention. Action research provides teachers with avenues to be innovative. As action researchers, we do our best to seek out new, original, and advanced methods of solving a problem. Action research also bridges the gap between theory and practice. We've spent so much of our educational years learning about different learning theories, about the different isms. This is now our chance to see how these theories will work in actual practice. Action research helps develop self-confidence in teacher researchers. It helps us see that we are capable of engaging in a systematic process of inquiry to solve a specific problem. And lastly, action research is self-evaluative. We, teacher researchers ourselves, are put in charge of determining the strong points and the points for improvement in our interventions. No one knows our classroom better than we do. Action research forces us to be honest and humble in assessing our actions in the classroom. DepEd Order number 16 instructs us to use the reflect, plan, act, observe process in doing action research. Using this as a basis, we at the UPV Action Research Project developed the following steps that can help us in doing action research in the classroom. We begin by assessing the situation. For years, teachers have excelled as troubleshooters in the classroom. Action research aims to enhance their systematic, evidence-based problem solving. When issues arise, assess the situation considering available information, the need for more data, your professional practice, and past experiences. To assist the practitioner researcher in creating a plan, they may note down the answer to the following questions. Number 1, what steps can I take towards addressing the problem? Number 2, who will need to participate in these activities and what are they expected to do? And number three, on what experiences, both practical and theoretical, am I anchoring my belief that these steps will help address the problem? Once a plan is in place, it is time to try it out. This is a good time to say that plans will rarely pan out exactly the way we want them to. Fortunately, the cyclical nature of action research presupposes that steps will be undertaken to solve the problem we have to be repeated and accordingly adjusted a number of times while the problem persists. Now, unlike the experimental method that employs a fixed set of protocols to minimize the effect of confounding variables, action research recognizes the dynamic nature of teaching and learning, and with it, the many challenges that occur spontaneously, especially in a public school. Classes may be canceled because of the weather, unexpected school activities, a teacher's administrative duties, and many others. Learners may be beset with their own personal challenges, like lack of resources, sickness, domestic concerns, even behavioral problems. Because of this, no matter how detailed a teacher researcher's intervention plan may be set out, these plans have to be adjusted as needed. Teacher researchers should be good observers. Observe reactions, performance, behavior, and any changes in these aspects. Be very curious about how and why change may or may not be happening in your classroom. Make sure to note everything down. Observation checklists, teacher journals, anecdotal records, and photos and videos taken with permission will be very helpful too in making sure you have as much information as you need. And because action research is essentially cyclical in nature, the teacher researchers are urged to go back to assessing the situation and going through the whole cycle of the action research process to enrich the data that they have. All in all, here are our proposed steps of doing action research. Assess, create, try, interject, observe, and note. Did you notice anything? The first letter of each word come together to spell ACTION or action so that it will be easier to remember each step. I hope that this video lecture gave you a better understanding of what action research truly is. Feel free to go over the video as many times as you need to clarify concepts that you might have missed. What are your key takeaways from this lecture? Were there things that you had to unlearn or relearn? Please remember that it always helps to seek out other references to clear up things that may be a bit confusing for now. Use the discussion forum to share your thoughts for this week. Read the other materials for week 1, and I'll see you again on week 2.